In the rugged wilderness, the tranquility of nature can transform into a battleground in the blink of an eye. For those who have encountered a brown bear in the wild, the memory of that moment is etched into their very being. The sheer force and primal ferocity of such an encounter can leave lasting physical and emotional scars. Surviving a brown bear attack is a feat that few experience, and even fewer make it through alive to recount the terrifying experience. And after hearing about this encounter, you will be left wondering how anyone could survive an attack as brutal as this. Surviving an initial attack from a predator as vicious as a brown bear is one thing. But it's surviving the elements without any medical attention or food that makes one man's testimony unlike any others. This is the harrowing tale of one individual's remarkable survival against all odds, a testament to human resilience in the face of nature's raw power. I hope all my thrill seekers are ready. Because the story today is going to leave you stunned in disbelief. Well, without any further ado, let's get started. Because of how vast the Russian wilderness is, a hiker who gets lost or hurt might not be found alive again. The deadly wildlife that can be found here is, of course, another important aspect of this massive terrain. One such victim was discovered by hunting dogs half dead in a bear's den, according to The Sun. A month had passed since the bear's vicious retreat, where it had dragged the man. The man, only known as Alexander, was so severely injured that he appeared to be mummified and had a broken spine. Alexander's survival at all was deemed miraculous by the hunters who found him. Even though they are unsettling, there are pictures found online of Alexander that show how close to death he was. He later claimed to the doctors that the bear had overpowered him, hauled him to its den, and stored him for later. He said, "The bear kept me as food for later. In order to live, I had to drink my own urine. I really thought I was going to die. It's a miracle that I'm alive and able to tell my story." Alexander said one day while in the forest, he found himself in a life-or-death struggle with a brown bear in the remote forests of the Tuva region, near the Mongolian border. The encounter, which took place on a solo trek, quickly turned into a fight for survival as the massive bear attacked him. Faced with the overwhelming power of the bear, Alexander said, he fought bravely but he was overpowered and mauled. Miraculously, he managed to survive the initial attack. He sustained severe injuries in the process. Disoriented and critically wounded, Alexander said at this point, he found himself being dragged into the bear's cave, where the predator intended to store him as a future meal. Alexander was constantly in and out of consciousness as he fought to stay alive. He was in immense amount of pain. The days turned into night as he began to lose track of time, but he never lost hope. Stranded in the bear's lair, Alexander's body became incredibly weak and hungry, so he resorted to extreme measures to stay alive. With no access to food or water, he was forced to drink his own urine to stave off dehydration. As days turned into a desperate struggle for survival, Alexander's tenacity and will to live became his strongest allies. Alexander was fortunate to have the den visited by a party of hunters. Even more fortunate was the fact that the hunters felt obliged to investigate the lair because their dogs would not stop barking at its entrance. If it weren't for those dogs, he would have been a goner for sure. Upon opening it, the hunters initially thought they had discovered a human mummy. It did not take them long to discover that the mummy was in fact still alive and in grave danger. Alexander is purportedly seen opening his eyes and saying his name to the camera in later hospital footage. Alexander has been immobile with open wounds for an extended period of time, resulting in severe injuries and rotting tissue. The doctors could not believe Alexander survived the attack at all, much less going so long without medical attention. Most would have died from infection from the severe lacerations he suffered. Alexander was discovered somewhere in the forests of the Tuva region, close to the Mongolian border, though his precise location has not been made public. The Tuva region, situated close to the Mongolian border, is known for its diverse wildlife, including brown bears. Brown bears in this region are typically part of the Eurasian population and are adapted to the forested and mountainous areas. It's important to realize that brown bears and grizzly bears are actually the same species. Ursus arctos, but they are often referred to as different subspecies due to their geographical locations and some minor differences in appearance. Grizzly bears are typically found in North America, while brown bears are more widely distributed across Eurasia and North America. Both brown bears and grizzly bears have the potential to be aggressive and dangerous if they come into contact with humans, especially if they feel threatened, surprised, or if they are defending their cubs or a food source. These bears have a strong natural instinct to protect themselves and their territory. When hikers or campers are in bear country, following guidelines for bear safety, such as using bear-resistant containers for food, making noise, and properly storing scented items, can greatly reduce the risk of dangerous encounters. It is unknown what the bear's reason to attack Alexander was at this point in time. And it's unlikely that we will ever find out. We're not sure if the bear had cubs nearby, a fresh kill, or if Alexander just happened to surprise the bear by accidentally being in the wrong place at the wrong time. But it's important to always be aware of your surroundings at all times while in the forest, and especially if you are in known bear country. Dr. Laura Genti, a senior lecturer in wildlife conservation at Nottingham Trent University, says this is a very rare occurrence. A bear mauling someone and then dragging the victim into its den, according to her, is a very rare thing to happen. It is incredible how this man lived, Dr. Genti continued. Bears are actually more afraid of humans and avoid us, so it is extremely rare for them to come close to us. The bear might have been protecting its cubs nearby and became agitated due to the man's actions. It is an unusual situation. She makes the point that brown bears live alone when they are not mating or taking care of their young. They hibernate for about 6 months, starting in December, so a June encounter would fit this specific time frame. All of this is, of course, highly hypothetical. It is possible that the bear came across Alexander while it was searching for food for its young or for itself and chose to use him as a long-term meal. After all, it is common knowledge that Eurasian brown bears partially kill or bury their kill in order to later find them again. A further claim made about these bears is that they bury their prey to help it break down and become easier to eat. What is certain is that Alexander appears to have had a very fortunate break. He may not be in perfect health right now, but at least he appears to be alive, which is more than most people who are mauled by a brown bear can say. As Alexander now recuperates from his injuries, his remarkable survival story serves as a testament to the indomitable human spirit and the unyielding will to overcome the most unforgiving of circumstances. Thanks for watching this incredible tale of survival. Alexander's encounter with the brown bear serves as a powerful reminder of the indomitable human spirit in the face of nature's most formidable challenges. As we navigate our own journeys, may his story inspire us to find courage in the midst of adversity and to cherish the resilience that resides within us all. Thank you so much for sticking around and watching this video through its entirety. Your support truly means the world to me. And if you enjoyed this type of content, don't forget to subscribe, turn on all notifications and share it with your friends. Remember, your feedback keeps me motivated and helps me create even better content for you. So if you would like to see more videos about the strange and mysterious, then check back in a couple of days for new content because we post 2 to 3 times a week. Well, until next time, thank you again, and stay awesome.